Hey guys, welcome to my next unboxing video, and today I'm going to be unboxing the Shure GT Defense 2 GT-DF2 tower with a power supply in it. Now, you may be asking yourself, why would people who care so much about technology go with a brand that's infamous for being terrible and crap? Well, let me tell you, it has USB 3. They apparently care what you want in China, because that's where it's made. They have cut down up to 80% of unexpected problem you may have by doing the following, which doesn't really mean much. But to be honest, the main reason why we're using this is because we're poor, and we wanted to keep the budget of our build reasonably low. So we literally went for the cheapest thing possible. And for the coming up build, people who want a really cheap computer like this, they don't want anything especially fancy, so they want bang for your buck. This will get the job done. Now, as you can see, it's got a nice matte black finish, and the entire outside is covered in black paint, apart from the back panel. The front, you've got plenty of ventilation with your optical disk drives. You've got one USB 3.0 port, one USB 2.0 port, and mic and headphones, reset button and power, and hard drive indicator. You've got a little fancy silver strip here, and all in all, it actually looks pretty good for a $30 case. Now, moving on to the side, just get that angle right there. You've got room for two 120, I think, yeah, two 120mm fans, and yeah, that's about it for that side. It's got a nice out dent, not indent. Moving around to the back, as you can see, it's got the clip panels here. They're not, you don't break them off, which is a bonus, but they don't look great. You've got one 80mm fan, and here's the power supply I was talking about earlier. We'll go into more detail about that later in the video. And then around the other side, nothing special, just another outdented panel. Now, moving around to this side, I'll just unscrew the screws. Both of the panels, the front and the back, are removable, which is a big bonus, one that I didn't expect to have. And if you can see, the screws are just thumbnails really, so you don't need a screwdriver, although you can if you really wanted to. Now let's just move the back panel. A little bit difficult to get off. So here you've got your Molex fan header, which is fine because the motherboard that we're going to put in this build, the ASRock, which I did an unboxing video earlier, has a Molex power fan header. So I've got a little bag of screws here, and a whole bunch of cables. Now, here's our USB 3.0 cable for the motherboard. It's not an extension, it actually goes onto the thing. You've got your power, your USB, and then your power bits. These things are really fun to plug into a motherboard. And then you've got your audio header, you've got your bag of bits. There's room for one more fan at the front, one possibly at the bottom if you want to drill through the aluminium, and then two for the side fan, which I said earlier. And now here is the power supply. Now moving on to the power supply that came with the case. It's called the Shure Evo 775 Max power supply. Now, big note here, because the name says 775, it does not mean it is a 775 watt power supply. If you actually add up these voltages and currents here into their wattage, it actually equals 350 watts. So this is a, safe to say, 350 watt power supply. It may be able to handle more, but in the past these power supplies have been very infamous for exploding and melting, or damaging your system and so on. So put it safely, don't put this in a build that it's going to require more than 350 watts of power. Our build that we're building does not, so it's safe to put in. You look here, you've got your on, off button, just there, on, off, your normal thing. It's AC 230 volts, 240 volts in Australia. It doesn't make any difference whatsoever. I'll just move the camera down slightly. Too much. There. Okay, moving around, there's nothing amazing. Now, connectors. Here you have 4 Molex connectors. So you might want to buy some adapters if you're going to buy this. You have 2 SATA power ports, 1 24-pin motherboard port, and 2 PCI, or one CPU power port, 1 6-pin port, and 1 floppy disk port right there. So then that pretty much wraps up the overview of the power supply. Hey guys, thanks for watching this unboxing. Hope to see you guys next time.